Joe and I are in the man shed this afternoon. We're going to be chatting to Zena. Actually, I should call it the Anne shed rather than the man shed. This is where we do all our hot hush editing. This is where it all happens. So we're here this afternoon to talk to Zena Everett, who's a careers expert. And we're going to be talking about careers options for women over 50, about being more confident in work and ways of perceiving ourselves at work. So I hope you enjoy our conversation with Zena Everett this afternoon. So we're going to talk to Zena Everett, careers expert, and just talking a little bit about women over 50, getting back into their careers, and a little bit about how you help coach them, really. Yeah.
So, Zena, ageism, real or perceived?
I was talking to someone today about the glass ceiling for women, and we were saying there definitely is a kind of stained glass ceiling for people over 45, 50. Now, interestingly, it exists. Lucy Kellaway in the Financial Times, who you know has gone off as an over 50 person to retrain as a teacher anyway.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Yeah.
And so she has stopped her great column, but she did some work about Silicon Valley and tech companies in the States who are notorious for just hiring bright young things. And apparently the average age at Facebook, I think, is 29, and LinkedIn, and at Google they've got the magic age of the average age is 30 there.
Yeah.
And Mark Zuckerberg had said, look, you know, young people are just smarter. So I think it's
until he gets older, and then he'll think older is smarter.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think young people are cheaper. But I would disagree that they're not smarter. I think we bring wisdom and we bring emotional intelligence to the work.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got more life experience, and I just feel calmer. I think you're more rational in terms of life experience and what you've been through. But why do you suddenly not get smarter as you get older? I mean, I find that quite exciting.
Maybe we know what's important and we don't know. I don't know. I don't think we're always completely rational. I think I'm irrational about running out of milk.
Yes.
I'm irrational about small.
But then you're maybe we're multitasking too much because.
But I know what's important.
Thinking about your.
Could he be confusing smarter with more available? Because if you're younger, you've probably got more. What's the way to say? More enthusiasm, more time maybe available. Because as you get older, you've probably got a family or other things to do, and also you've sort of wised up to the fact that you live to work. No, opposite way. You work to live, you don't live to work. And as a younger person, you may be thinking it's all about working long hours every day.
Well, you're still trying to climb the ladder, I suppose, aren't you?
Yeah, so and then maybe that gives you the appearance of being smarter. I don't know. Zena, are we vaguely on the right?
Well, I don't know. You see, I coach women who have had corporate careers, have maybe compromised a little bit because they've got caring responsibilities, and many of us are in that sandwich generation where we've got older relatives to care for as well as younger relatives to care for. But I think what I'm seeing actually is they want to leave a kind of kitchen table business and go back into corporate life, and counterintuitively are really quite kick-ass about the whole thing. They really want to get back in and make a difference, but they don't want to mess around. Maybe they're perhaps not so astute politically, but they know what their skill set is, and they really want to deliver on that skill set.
Yeah.
So I find a kind of a surge with all the other surges that are going on. I'm seeing in my clients a real surge of ambition where they think, no, it's my time now. I've done a lot of compromising. I can really multitask. I can really focus. And I can block out lots of distractions. But maybe I'm not so interested in managing a big team. You know, I'm particularly good at client development or business development or being creative or doing this kind of programming or making this kind of program, whatever it is. And I want to be brilliant at it because actually they're also thinking about their legacy, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm good at and I want to leave something behind me, and now is my time to leave my mark. And they're also thinking, I haven't got time to mess around on this. So I think maybe what we might lack in lots of energy, we've got real focus and clarity.
Yes.
The danger is that other people don't recognise that.
Well, I think also people don't recognise the fact that most of us have had a family, the kids have grown up, they're more independent, therefore we've got more time to focus on ourselves. And if we're returning back to work, we're not going to stop for maternity leave, you know, and we are focusing more on the job that we're doing and doing it well. And we've got, I think, you know, we've got to work longer, basically, you know, pensions and everything, but
we've got a lot more longevity as well to get back into the workplace. So it's a difficult time. You've got all of the stuff that goes on with menopause, but that's when you have to be thinking about your diet, your lifestyle, exercise, making yourself fitter and better for work, because as you said, you're going to go back. I loved it. What did you say?
Yeah, but you're assuming though that I think you're assuming that people have been out of the mainstream workforce and coming back into it.
Yeah.
That's not always the case. And I think there's a danger that people who are older and in organisations make assumptions about the career path that's available to them at a certain age. And I think even more dangerously, their leaders are making assumptions about them without actually checking in. And saying, you know, I'm kind of assuming that because you've got these other responsibilities and because you've probably got passions that are outside work, that you're, you know, maybe you're happy where you are. And in fact, that's not the case at all. So I think I don't think we need to flatline in organisations. I think they've got their kind of grey capital that they need to do more of, rather than thinking, you know, we've got this workforce that are stuck, we've got them for another 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with them? And I think people need to have a difficult conversation on both sides to say, actually, I'm really good at doing this, I'm really ambitious, and this is where I want to go. So don't just assume that because I've got a few grey hairs, you know, I'm going to stay at this level doing what I'm doing forever, because I should have done it by now. Because if you're working perhaps for a younger manager, that's how they might feel right there at a snapshot in time. I'm on the career ladder, that's where things are going. It doesn't mean just because people haven't got there yet, it doesn't mean they don't have the appetite to do it. So I think, like you're saying, they might have cleared out a lot of responsibilities and are really ambitious and still want to do things. So I think older people have to learn how to suggest those career conversations.
So it's the confidence in saying, this is my skill set. This is where, and pinpoint what it is.
And it's about redefining what your brand is, you know, that personal branding thing. So you're really clear on what your skill set is and what your contribution is, and making sure that you articulate it in an organisation as well, so people know what you're good at doing. So it's not just about being out of the workforce and coming back into it, which is tricky, but the same principle applies. You've got to be really clear on what your brand is, you've got to be clear on your skill set is, forget all the stuff you're not good at doing. Get up to speed on systems and processes.
And be honest about it, I think. I mean, I've had that incident at work, you know, I teach, but technology has taken over from hand drawing. Well, I love hand drawing, that's why I did it in the first place, because I love it. I hate computers and computer drawing. I find it just lacks the creativity. But that's what the industry wants. I can't teach it. I mean, I'm not interested in it. And for, you know, each year it was, you know, what do you need to improve? I really need to improve my kind of cat drawing. And this year it was like, we say this every year, do you really want to? And I went, no. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else who really enjoys it, passionate about it, and can teach it. Because it doesn't stay in my brain.
We're just putting something on an objective that I'm not going to reach.
And it's actually not about what you don't like doing. The conversation should be, but what I'm really good at is this, and this is what I can inspire people to do. So don't kind of fit into a homogenised box.
And try and be all and everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because
You've got
not
to pick your
everybody.
pigeonhole.
Yeah.
And that, but that's kind of counterintuitive because I think we can be grateful to people giving us work and employing us at any age and any group. And the careers are all about really defining what you're great at, the solution that you can offer, how you solve other people's problems that other people can't do, and talking about that, and just being brave and saying, I don't do that, but I'll do a brilliant job at this.
And that's interesting, when you were telling that story, you said, I'm not very good at this. And I said, but I do think as women, we
drop the self-deprecation. Absolutely, we have to stop apologising. We can talk about it internally. Yeah, stop that. Stop that right now. From now on.
No more apologies.
Yeah.
Be assertive.
Yeah. What do you apologise for?
What did I apologise for?
Or what do you tend to apologise for?
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, even if someone bumps into me, I say sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think we all do that. But I think at work, when you're trying to get people to pay for your services, whether you're freelance or whether you're full-time employed, whatever it looks like, you have to be clever and you've got to tell people what you're good at doing.
Yes.
And not apologise for stuff that actually you're passive aggressive about anyway, because you don't want to do it. So you're saying, look, I'm really sorry, but it's just not good. Yeah. So from now on, stop that.
So we're not saying, look, I'm really sorry, I'm not good at that. We say,
that's not my skill set.
But I would rather.
And that's not my skill set. And you're not sorry you're not good at doing it. You don't care about it.
Well, I'm sorry in that context is.
But if you were really sorry, you'd do it, wouldn't you? If you're really sorry, you would think. If you're genuinely sorry, you'd sort it out.
I would. But I've taught myself how to edit a film, and I love. I do get very frustrated with that, but I've got probably more of a passion for that. But I could put the same amount of effort into learning how to do a CAD drawing.
Absolutely.
But I prefer drawing by hand.
Yeah.
So that's what my skill set is. Yeah. So I will teach hand drawing. But
absolutely. So you're not sorry at all. What you want to say is, I'm not the least bit sorry.
True.
Because the wrong.
It's kick-ass generation of 50+ women are not at all sorry. But I do think going through life, I'm starting to feel like that a little bit more. And I think it's really interesting what you said about women saying, I've done this, I've done the, if it's women who've had children, I've done the caring, or women caring for elderly parents, and it's like, I need to have something for me.
You see, I think in the workplace as well, we have to be careful that people think, older woman, being a mum, so great to have around because she can be, we need a mum figure. And I think for most of us, we've done it, we love our kids, we may love other children in our lives, other people in our lives, but we're going to workforce to really do, we go to work, sometimes it can be a choice, for many of us it's just banking, pension contributions or whatever it is, but we're going to work to enjoy it, and that doesn't necessarily mean that people should assume that we're going in to be the office mummy. Actually, because sometimes we're the last people that you want to do this because we've done it.
Yes, we've done it. We don't really care.
Yes, again, if that's part of your brand, that's great. But if it's not part of your brand, don't go in pretending to be the mummy figure. Let's bring in Kate. But if you don't want to be the office mummy, don't do it. You don't fall into that trap of having to be that person. So
I don't know that.
So that's grey capital. That's how to smash the stained glass ceiling.
With your kick-ass heels.
God!
But not too high.
No,
it's got to be flat shoes and capital, I'm afraid.
That's another cliche that we don't want to do anymore. If we want to do it, we want to do it. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah.
Nobody says you have to. But I think like all careers, it's about what you can do for them.
Yeah.
It's not about you, it's not about our insecurities, how we feel, do they like me, will they not like me, and all that kind of stuff. It's thinking actually, what's the biggest organisational problem that they have? Where's my greatest impact? How can I address it? That's what people do. Not thinking, do they like me because I'm over 40? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We just want the best person for the job.
Yeah.
So it's not about our age. And I think there's a lot of ageism, but I think also there's perceived ageism. And I think we put up our own obstacles.
Yes.
Rather than think, so you're thinking, in order to compete, you might be thinking, I really need to get up to speed on CAD.
Yeah.
And actually, they're probably thinking, I wish I am, would just stop even trying. And they don't, but then they're getting in a pickle of thinking, but then if I say that to her, is that being ageist against her? And all that stuff, and that, is she going to, there's all that, who's thinking what, and who's assuming what, rather than just thinking, I'm great at this, so let me just concentrate on this, and this is what you're going to get out of it. That's what the conversation
So clear
should
communication means that everybody knows each other's expectations. And that's going to come through. We're using you as this great example. And then could say, I'm really sorry, I need you. Again, I'm really sorry. I need you to know how to do CAD. So there is a balance, isn't there? Because you have to be prepared for the
it was getting down
to
that,
come back
to that
and
line,
say,
and it was just,
you do need to be able to do X or Y in this position, whether it is your CAD or your hand drawing. And the women that you're talking about, you have to be prepared. I think growing a pair, you've got to be able to defend your corner, I'm guessing.
Yes, but I think given that we want people to pay us, we have to think what's going on with them, what do they need, what's their problems, where can I have the greatest impact, and how can I provide a solution. And that's how we differentiate ourselves at work. So it's not about we don't do, it's what we do for them. And so my whole philosophy
we do going forward.
So you as a careers expert, when you have a client, do you get them to kind of write down what their skill sets are?
We really dig deep into it. And actually being, whatever our cultural background, whatever our ages or our demographic, that's all part of our brand and our skill set, because we understand a consumer like us, actually. So that's part of it, and it's absolutely about what they've got. And it usually, we're experts, but it's kind of a narrow field of expertise that we have. You might be the best hand drawer. Don't tell me nobody needs hand drawers.
They do. I think people love them. Got far more personality. It shows that you actually have got a skill. So why? But we feel that we've got to be in the swamp with everybody else, haven't we? I mean, I think it is a matter of.
So you're saying, do you want a CAD drawing, same as everybody else can do for you?
No, I don't. I do actually say, I am
interpretation?
sorry, I don't do CAD.
Right.
No, do you need CAD drawing? And quite often they'll say, don't worry, we will give that to our little, do the planning.
Absolutely, give it to a more junior person who's trained in CAD. Okay.
And if they really, really wanted CAD drawing from me, I would pay somebody to do it.
Yeah, exactly. But so what you're doing is a creative interpretation that other people can't do. So the conversation has to be what they need and how you're going to creatively interpret it, as opposed to the methodology, which is irrelevant. Actually, how they get the drawing, whether it's hand drawn or CAD, that's of interest to technical people. But that's not what their problem is. They want a creative solution, and that's not what the conversation should be around. That's like the dentist saying, do you want me to use this thing, or do you want me to use this metal product? You're not interested, are you? You want a great set of teeth and get out of there. But that's the whole thing. So the dentist is going to say, I am fantastic at doing dentures. Notwithstanding that, I think if women have been out of the workplace, there are loads of opportunities to get up to speed again with skills, and you've just got to do that. But I think they can get a really nice pair of shoes delivered within 48 hours, or 24 hours, or whatever it is, can't they? In a very nice package, and by a very nice van driver. So they know how to use technology. So I think we all have these. They may have mental blocks saying, "I can't do this." And
no, but it is a pain barrier. If you're really bothered, you'll just keep working at it until you can do it.
And don't go on about it on interviews saying, "I can't use that system." You have to say, oh, it's a reminder since I've used that, it's a while since I've used this particular version, just bring me up to speed, and just, grow a pair.
And accepting that maybe it does take you longer to pick something up, and just be patient with it, I'm guessing. So
I don't agree with that.
I'm just asking. I'm saying.
No, why should it take longer? Like if, I can
if you
work
make
my
it
way
for
around
focus,
an
then-
online catalogue really damn quick, actually. Like you say, you can do your editing really well, can't you? You can do.
Well,
everything you
now,
need
but
to
I
do.
had to go through the
Doing
pain
this.
barrier of doing it.
So motivation, right?
It's about
Impact
motivation, isn't it?
on,
Yeah.
yeah. Do I really want to learn how to do
It is.
this?
I think it is
Yeah.
all about
And
motivation.
being distracted because I'm not that motivated. Therefore,
Yeah.
I'm putting up barriers all of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so don't worry about what you don't have. Sell what you do have. And stop thinking about you. Think about what's my client, what does my employer want, what's their problems, where do I have the greatest impact? And you talk
Yeah.
about doing that. And that
Yeah.
gets rid of all the nerves.
Yeah. Perfect. Gosh. There we go. We can go and be assertive.
Be assertive, women. Kick ass. That's our new motto.
Let's kick ass.
We do. Kick ass.